The night had a weight to it. The kind of weight you can't quite explain but feel deep in your bones, like the air itself is warning you. Our little suburban home in Ohio had never felt so silent. Not peaceful silence, the other kind. The kind that presses against your chest until every breath feels stolen. I was at the kitchen sink, rinsing plates from dinner. The water ran warm across my hands, but it did nothing to ease the chill that had settled inside me. Behind me, the refrigerator hummed, steady and indifferent, mocking the stillness that had wrapped around the house. My son, Ryan, had been unusually quiet all evening. He barely touched his food, pushed his plate away, and retreated to his room without a word. At 16, I told myself this was normal. Boys grow up. They change. They pull away from their mothers. But still, something about the way he avoided my eyes unsettled me. The night stretched thin. When I finally dried my hands and turned, I caught a sliver of light from the hallway. And there he was. Ryan stood in the doorway, framed by shadow. His tall, lanky figure looked older than I remembered, his shoulders tense, his face unreadable. But it was his eyes, those familiar deep brown eyes I'd known since the day he was born, that stopped me. They were locked on mine with an intensity that chilled me. For the first time in my life, I looked at my son and felt a sharp pang of fear. "Ryan?" My voice came out fragile, like a piece of glass about to break. He didn't answer. He just stepped forward. One slow, deliberate step. His bare feet made no sound against the hardwood, and yet I felt the weight of each movement. He carried something heavy, something invisible but powerful enough to make my skin prickle. He crossed the room and sank onto the couch beside me. Closer than he had in months. Too close. I could feel his warmth, his breath hitching in uneven waves. The space between us was charged, humming with something unspoken. And then, finally, he whispered, "Mom." The word trembled in the air. Fragile. Weighted. Dangerous. My fingers dug into the couch as I steadied myself. "What is it, sweetheart?" My voice cracked on the word. Ryan looked down at his hands, twisting the hem of his worn grey t-shirt. The silence stretched, taut and unbearable. My heart pounded so hard I thought it might split my chest. Then, at last, he whispered 3 words that shattered me. "Mom, I'm sorry." The ground tilted beneath me. Sorry. For what? My throat went dry. I wanted to reach for him, to pull him into my arms like I had when he was little. But I was frozen. "Ryan, what do you mean?" His breath trembled. His shoulders slumped, as if he could fold in on himself and disappear. "I didn't mean to," he whispered. "It just happened. And I can't take it back." A cold sweat broke across my skin. My voice shook. "Ryan, talk to me. Please." He lifted his gaze then, and I saw it all: shame, fear, and something else. Something I didn't want to recognize. His voice was barely audible when he said, "It was last month. The camping trip. With Mark's family." I froze. I remembered that weekend. Ryan had gone with his best friend, Mark, and his family. They were good people. Trustworthy. His older sister, Emily, had even babysat Ryan years ago. She'd been like part of our extended family. But as Ryan's words fell, my heart lurched. "Emily," his voice cracked. She kissed me. The room spun. Emily. The girl I had trusted. The girl I'd invited into my home countless times. My chest tightened. "Ryan," my voice came out hollow, desperate. "You kissed her." Tears welled in his eyes. He nodded. "I didn't stop it, Mom. And it wasn't just a kiss. It felt real." The words cut through me. This wasn't a silly teenage crush. He wasn't confessing some innocent mistake. He was admitting to something deeper. Something that changed how I saw him, how I saw her. My stomach turned. My son, my boy, was caught in something I couldn't undo. "I didn't know what to do," he continued, voice breaking. "It just happened so fast. And I liked it. Mom, I can't stop thinking about her." His confession crushed me. The little boy who used to hold my hand in thunderstorms was slipping away. In his place sat someone older, conflicted, vulnerable, and lost. I pressed a hand to my chest, trying to breathe through the ache. Ryan, my voice faltered. Why didn't you tell me sooner? He wiped his eyes, his voice small. I was scared. Scared you'd hate me. Scared I'd disappointed you. I didn't even know what it meant at first. But it felt big. Too big to keep inside. The image of Emily flashed in my mind, her smile, her laughter, her easy way of making herself at home in our lives. And now, betrayal. Do you regret it? I asked softly, though I wasn't sure what I wanted to hear. He hesitated. His gaze distant. I don't know. His voice cracked. I don't know if it was a mistake, or if it was me figuring out who I am. And that's what scares me most. I don't know what this means, Mom. My heart broke again. My son was drowning in emotions he wasn't ready to face, and I had no map to guide him. I reached out, my hand trembling as it rested on his shoulder. Ryan, I whispered. I don't have all the answers. But I'm here. We'll figure this out. Together. His eyes searched mine, desperate for reassurance. Do you mean that? Yes, I whispered. It's going to hurt. It's going to take time. But we'll get through this. His body trembled as he leaned against me, his head on my shoulder. And for the first time that night, I felt the fragile thread of connection between us. Not what it once was, but something. Something worth holding on to. The days that followed were quiet. Careful. Ryan lingered longer at the breakfast table, his eyes flicking to me when he thought I wasn't looking. He carried a heaviness, a guilt, but also a strange determination, as if he knew the road ahead would be difficult, but he wasn't running anymore. One evening, I found him on the back porch, staring at the fading sunset. The sky painted in pink and gold, his silhouette outlined against it. He didn't speak when I sat beside him, but after a long silence, I said softly, "You're not alone." His hand found mine. His fingers curled around it. And in that simple gesture, I felt a warmth. A fragile, painful, but undeniable truth: love, even when broken, still held us together. That night had changed everything. His whispered words would forever echo in me. But as the days stretched forward, I realized something. Love bends, it trembles, it aches, but it does not vanish. Ryan was still my son. And I was still his mother. And no matter what came next, we would face it side by side. If this story of broken trust and fragile healing touched you, don't forget to subscribe to Broken Vows, where we uncover the stories that test us, break us, and remind us what it means to hold on to love.